All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as those men that preach and teach the likewise doctrine. No compromises, no mixing it to fix it. Shalom to all the Akim and the few Akwath who may be listening. This is your brother Batakallah, Yahweh from the GMS camp here in Chicago. Coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And we're going to get right into it with this Obadiah, and then we're going to play a clip. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom, which is the so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. All right, and this is talking about the so-called white man's position currently in society. It really pertains to right now, where these so-called white men, really the Edomites, everybody across the globe hates them for the way that they've so-called conquered the world, etc. And also they're having problems as far as population is concerned. At the same time, with all of these other nations, heathen and even Jakes, where everybody hates Esau, but he also is in a deficient position on the numbers. All right, let's keep reading. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's exactly how these Edomites think. They got an extreme pride about themselves because the Lord has allowed them to be able to take over and have and preside over the planet and all the resources, basically. And just to make it clear, that's what happened, man. It wasn't anything. Anytime any nation comes into power, it's not because of anything they do. It's because of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai ordaining that it's their turn and their opportunity to be in power at that time. All right, and then just to back up how it lets you know that this is talking about the so-called white man. It says, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. And as we know, Esau is very known for spending a long period of time in the Caucasus Mountains, and even their original home, which is modern day Petra in the country Jordan. They come from they're the Mount Seir. They come from Mount Seir, which is basically like a city or a castle or whatever you want to call it, but it's built inside of a mountain, to where they live inside the mountain in the caves. And the architecture that you see at Mount Seir is the same architecture that these Edomites have used throughout all of their opportunities to have rulership. Greece, ancient Greek Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, modern day Roman Empire, which is America, and the conglomerate that they've established. All right. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And this is another hint letting you know that they're talking about the so-called white man, because the so-called white man's emblem or sigil, so to say, or the animal that they use to represent themselves is the eagle. All right, the United States of America's mascot is the eagle. The Roman Empire, ancient Roman Empire's mascot was the eagle. The ancient Greek Empire's mascot was the eagle. Anytime that Esau is in power, he uses the eagle to represent himself. Okay, let's go to let's play this clip now.
Just keep it flying.
Keep it flying? And why do you want to keep it flying?
Why would anybody want to erase our heritage?
Well, some people would say that flag symbolizes racism, it symbolizes slavery, and they might have some valid points there.
That's their opinion. They're welcome to their opinion if they want it.
Are you pro-slavery or against slavery?
I have no comment, but thank you for the interview.
I'll give you one more chance. Pro or anti-slavery?
No comment.
I'll give you one more opportunity to say if you're pro or anti-slavery.
No comment.
All right, well, there you have it. No comment on the if you're in favor of slavery or not.
Just keep it flying.
And that's a typical Edomite with his pride. Let's go to the next scripture. Is that one? Yep. All right. So this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith Yahweh of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. All right. This is speaking about how the Lord got displeased with the nation of Israel, both northern and southern kingdom, for going off. And the nation of Israel as a whole had to go into captivity again. And this is for the final time in the captivity, but under the Edomites, which is the American Empire. All right. Or the modern day Roman Empire, however you would like to, name it. But basically what this saying is that, when the chattel slavery period ended, the Lord, that was supposed to be the end of the punishment. All right. But these Edomites, they're so violent, they're so vicious that they decided to forward our captivity past the point where it was supposed to be ended. And of course, it's all ordained by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and it was all done for a reason, to teach us certain lessons and to have us go through certain things. Lord willing, I be of the elect, but have the elect go through certain things so that they would be equipped to be able to bear the burden of rulership and bear the burden of being a judge when the day comes. All right. But that doesn't change the fact that, we had paid our debt, and these heathens decided that they was going to continue to push it forward instead of just ending it right there. And then the way that they continued to carry out the captivity through deception and unrighteous decrees, just, it makes it worse, because a lot of these jakes believe that they actually free because they're not a chattel slave. But it's not the case. It's actually probably in a far worse condition now, outside of the regular everyday mangling of the masses. That's not, Jake still gets mangled and gets killed and things like that, but I highly doubt that it's on the level that Jake was getting destroyed and jacked up physically as in the chattel slave days, just because there was no punishment, quote unquote, under the law for property being destroyed. All right, let's go to the next one. The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of the Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. All right, and this is talking about a period in time where, Jerusalem was being captured, and these Edomites were not only helping our enemies capture us and capturing escaped Israelites and giving them to the enemy, but they were also just, celebrating our downfall, just being happy that we was getting jacked up. All right. Kind of like how this dude in the video, he didn't really care about the so-called affiliation with slavery that the Confederate flag had, and that, he wouldn't even say that he was against slavery, because he really is for that, because he hates Jake because he's an Edomite. But, just to make one point clear, as far as the Confederate flag jargon is concerned, were they doing wickedness underneath that flag? Yes, but far more wickedness was coming from the American flag. Jake has been under captivity under the American flag for centuries. The Confederate States of America was an entity for maybe 10 years. And that might, give or take, I'm not saying, don't quote me on that directly, but it's not like the Confederate States of America was a 100-year ordeal. All right. These people, these people in the United States of America, so much more atrocities have been committed underneath the American flag than the Confederate flag. That it's nowhere. You can't even compare it. It's nowhere near comparable. All right, but let's go to the let's keep reading. Salakia. This is Psalms 137:8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And this is speaking about how we're not going to have no mercy on you Edomites. Just like that Edomite had pride in celebrating his past of enslaving Jake and having Jake in chattel slavery and physical bondage. We're going to have that same fervency. We're going to be even happier, and we're going to do it in righteousness. We're not going to have to do it in wickedness like them Edomites did. All right. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All right. Just like they were killing our children, mangling us in an infinite amount of ways. See, a lot of times Esau tries to water down the treatment that was given to the Jakes that were chattel slaves by just making it seem like all they did was get their back peeled by the whip. And that's really the whipping is the tip of the iceberg, and is really on the lighter side of things that Esau was doing to Jake during that time, to not only physically harm him, but to break him mentally and to destroy future generations mentally. All right, let's get this last one and then we're gonna call it. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I'm gonna start at 9. All right. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is the power of balance. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And for balance to be proper, everything these Edomites did to us, we're going to have to do it to them in righteousness. They did everything to us in wickedness, and we're going to do everything that they did to us in wickedness, but in righteousness, though. We're going to do it the righteous way. They did it the wicked way. And that's going to balance. That represents balance. All right. These Edomites, they're going to have to pay a price for what they did. This is not just a free pass and all those people are dead and we don't have to pay for that. No. First of all, reincarnation is real. So all those individual spirits that committed those atrocities, most of them, if not all of them, are back today in the world, man. And they're all back to receive their judgment. All right. But with that being said, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as those men that preach and teach the likewise doctrine. No compromises, no mixing it to fix it. Shalom to all the Akim and a few Akwath who may be listening. And Lord willing, I'll be back at you with another video next time. Until then, Shalom.